Well, oh no, you never want to get bought out. Number one, I put too much time, effort, work, dedication into this business to be bought out. The ultimate goal, really, I would love to be another Procter and Gamble. So they have many different products up under their umbrella. Well, I am Denise Smith. I am the owner, president slash of operations for Smith and Wiggins Supply Company.
And I'm Edward Smith, the VP of Operations for Tada Laundry Detergent.
Started, sustained, and succeeded, so you can too.
Hey, it's Kellen, and today on Diversified Game, you are in for a treat, especially if you are tired of pouring your laundry detergent and it's spilling on the side, it ends up other places. You say, how did the laundry detergent get on this side of my dryer or my washer? Yeah, I'm saying that's me. I'm clumsy, y'all. But these are Tada sheets, and it just happens to be a Black-owned company, just happens to come from a referral of a past guest. I'm not going to tell you guys what episode. You have to go look and go deep or do your search. But I have Miss Denise and Edward Smith. This is his auntie, y'all. He said, Auntie, I got a show for you, and it's her first time doing an interview like this. So we are going to have fun. Welcome to the show, y'all. How y'all doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. How about you?
Again, blessed by the best. Let's get right into it.
Sure.
With your company. How did you create this? Because I had never seen laundry sheets. Now, some may say, Kellen, that's because you don't do your own laundry. Yes, I do. Unless I'm overseas in Cameroon or Sierra Leone. No, I don't have to. But in America, I do my laundry, my kids' laundry, my wife's laundry, sometimes my sister-in-law and the guest laundry. But how do you come up with sheets? Because this is new to me.
Well, what ended up happening with the laundry sheets, growing up, I was raised in a family where my mom and her sisters always talked about how much fun they had when they worked in the laundromats. And I was like, okay, I'm looking forward to it. So by the time I turned 16, I had opportunity to actually do the actual sheets, not the sheets, do laundry. It was like, oh my, this is not what I thought, because it was messy. I always made a mess. I poured too much detergent. When pouring too much detergent, you don't know what you're going to get. It's going to be your soap, clothes are going to be soapy or not. The actual sheets came about from that era. It took a few years to find a product that was going to actually fit into what I needed it to do to help me. But once I found out about sourcing and the sheets, that's where I said, oh, we may have a product here that's going to go into the masses and be able to help the people.
And educate those of us, because, folks will say, well, are sheets better for cleaning, or is it just an environmental thing? Is this a new way and a better way of doing things?
It is environmentally for conscious individual, and it is a product that I really like, endorse, and will continuously use, because the sheets are pre-measured. You don't have to worry about overspillage. The sheets also are natural. So they're good for the environment. You don't have to worry about the big plastic jugs trying to dispose of them, which goes into the landfills. And once they're in the landfill, they don't dissolve. So we just have a world that's full of non-dissolvable plastic that we have to somehow find a way to try and make our world better for our next generations and ourselves.
Okay. Is there any testing that you've been able to do to say we are cleaning at the same level or maybe even beyond using these sheets versus liquid or pods?
No, at this point, we haven't done any testing, but we're still in the R&D stages with the actual sheets, the research and development stages. Let me make that clear.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, the audience here will understand, because they'll say you're also in the possibly angel or venture capital investment stage.
Nice.
And my vultures, calm down. Don't you hit people up, because I heard some of y'all hitting people up. You could have called me because you know me, or I'm in the same VC firm you're in. Call me. Maybe I'll let you know if they're interested before they try to pick you apart and say, who? Tada who? We got, we changed the name and it's in Walmart. It's funny how vultures are sometimes, but you just got to see them coming and know how they eat. And I speak on myself, but let me ask, with the sheets, how, there's a comparison of, okay, I think it was 10 sheets we're like maybe $4.99. Money comparison, because that's where a lot of people are at. You know, they're like, well, how does I get a whole tub for $15 and I can do 2,000 washes? The tub always says, you know, a comparison of sheets. Is it more expensive to buy sheets, or are you at the same kind of level, or maybe even cheaper?
Well, when I put the sheets into the marketplace, the ultimate goal was to try and come in lower than what the actual laundry pods or what the actual liquid is, for that purpose of giving people opportunity to educate themselves and see how the sheets can really work when they're doing their laundry. So we're in our product to dye is a little lower than what the actual liquid is in the store for detergent.
Okay. And you did that, you know, trying to be price comparable. When I looked at it, I was like, well, maybe she's trying to stay and hit the Five Below or the, you know, Dollar Tree or Family Dollar model, where you can prove to the market and, you know, people don't mind as long as they don't have to spend over $5, because I get upset at Five Below and I see eight.
Precisely. I hear you.
You go in there and see everything at $8, $10.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I came in for five, you know, or the
Right,
Dollar Tree or the Family Dollar. I want to spend $1 on the
right.
item, and it's not like that. So how crazy. I see, you know, Sir Edward is here with you. How crazy did your family think you were when you created this? And say, you know, I just know it wasn't a lot of Edwards on the team when you created this. And I didn't ask
Oh,
him
that.
about that. So I don't want to start
Right.
a Smith family battle.
You
I
don't
just
have,
know when you
right.
create something new like this, everybody's not jumping on it. Tell us that story.
Precisely. And still some are still skeptical. And that's all right, because as we continue to develop and grow and go into different and several other small markets here in the community, they're beginning to say, you know what, maybe she's on to something. Maybe we as not only a culture community, maybe we do need to revitalize the way that we're doing our actual laundry. So yeah, you're right. Everybody wasn't on board, but now that they see that I am, some of the older ones, they're like, "Oh, she is on to something. We need to support her. Do you need us to pack some of the actual bags for you that hold the laundry sheets? What can we do to help you?" So it's very rewarding in its own way.
So, Edward, I'm gonna bring it to you because Auntie was really nice with that. You hear what's behind her back, but they won't tell her to her face
Precisely.
necessarily. How has that been in the family discussions? We're doing laundry sheets of all things, you know, and how is your onboarding on coming on, and why?
Well, I haven't heard anything negative about the laundry sheets. Um, Actually, my aunt, I call her Aunt Priscilla, but Denise, she actually
It's
came to me.
Priscilla. It's Priscilla. Okay.
All right. She came to me with the idea, um, and I heard it out, and I did some research on it, and I thought it was actually an idea. I think it's an excellent market space to be in, and having a family business that deals with something that is utilized on a daily basis is an excellent space to be in.
Okay, okay. So you say you didn't hear anything. I'll let that go because if you know,
Well,
it's
I'm
always.
I'm
Kelly,
down
you
here
act
in
like you've
Florida.
heard something.
Yeah, I'm down here in Florida, and she's in
Right.
Michigan.
Right.
Okay, I just know with my aunts, and if my mother was still alive, I hear it all. It depends. It's so funny how the stories and families go. But I say that because when something wins and you start to see traction, that's
Mhm.
when family. Oh man, I always knew. Remember when I bought you your first Now and Later when you were 5? I mean, people start reminding you of stuff that they don't remind you when you started putting up thousands and thousands of dollars
Right.
to put into this. And, you know, so I just try to let entrepreneurs know, like, you're not the only one. All entrepreneurs are crazy because the safe thing, and that's what the brain teaches you to do. I do the same
Right.
thing a lot of times, is
Right.
just to be, you know, 9 to 5, and that's
Work for someone
okay.
else.
Work for someone else.
Right.
Now, before doing Tada, did you have another business? Is this your first business?
Well, it's not my first business. I've had several businesses through the years. Primarily, I've recently been working with making handmade jewelry, semi-precious stones. That's just a passion that I have enjoyed through the years. And the scripture says that your gifts will make room for you. And I have found that, yes, it has made room for me in regards to making jewelry and people seeing it and liking it and purchasing it when I do different vending opportunities, which I still vendor. I vendor not only for the aspect of putting my jewelry out there, but also vendor for the possibility of showing people what Tadad looks like and doing demonstrations. I do demonstrations at the stores and educating the people of how you can actually use the product.
Yeah, you do look like that auntie who made crochet and jewelry, and put the collage of all the family pictures. Yeah, that's you. Okay, that's my Aunt Jill in our family. I got you. Um, with that, when it came to budgeting and saying, well, I'm going to sell this at a good price point, but then also I want to bring in family. At what point do you say, did you start budgeting things out? Are you still in that phase where you're trying to see how much we need to use for marketing, how much we need to use for the different team members? Because, dreams are hard to do alone.
They are. They are. And that's exactly where I'm at right now. We're budgeting. I have recently been awarded a grant through the city of Detroit. They have grants that says Detroit means business, and they typically give you a certain allotted amount. They also provide services. If you need help with a business plan, if you need help with your marketing, your advertising, you'll have different companies who will step up and say, hey, we can help you with that to help you move to the next level. So very good point.
Okay, and congratulations on your business grant. Glad to see things are still kicking up, even though Kilpatrick might not be there. Business is still flowing and growing.
Yeah.
With the vision that you have, where do you see this? How do you see it? Is it going to grow into from 10 sheets so you can get 20, 30 wholesale? Can people get wholesale right now, just as a person, if they want to reach out to you?
Now I'm not doing wholesale, but just recently I started a different package that is larger, and I don't know if you can see it or not. This is the actual sample pack of it. Can you see it?
I do.
Okay. So it'll depend upon the company that I work with. We're going to customize it to what they need, and we'll work from there.
Okay. And you say no wholesale. Is that because are you making them yourself, or is the factory that you're having them made, are you just not there yet?
I'm not there with wholesaling at this point. Being new into this industry, I have to see how it's going to actually pan out for Smith and Wiggins company, and then we'll go from there. And maybe a little bit down the road or so.
Is the goal to expand it and take it over the country, overseas, or is the goal to maybe get investors and get bought out?
Well, oh no, you never want to get bought out. Number one, I put too much time, effort, work, dedication into this business to be bought out. The ultimate goal, really, I would love to be another Procter and Gamble. So they have many different products up under their umbrella. Leaving a legacy for the family is one of my ultimate goals. I don't have any biological children, but my nieces and nephews have always been my children. Right, nephew? Okay. Yes.
And so, in growing it, if we have convenience stores, whether they be mom and pop or whether it's a regional director, what type of orders can you handle right now, and how can they reach out?
Well, they can reach out by contacting us at our website, www.tadalaundrysheets.com. The orders that we can handle now would vary. I have so many hundreds on stock of the smaller product. Next month, we will have the larger products available, the larger quantity available of products. But again, it comes according to customization. if I get in touch with Walmart or Target and they say, "Oh, we need 50,000 of those units," we're gonna make it happen.
Okay, you can make it happen because Walmart wants 50,000, and if you say I can get that, then they want 100,000 because they also
We'll
want
do
to
it.
say, can we just white label this? And they want
That's
to
what we want to
become
do.
the that's
Yeah,
Yep.
that's it. A good 10-year contract would be all right with us.
okay. Okay, so you guys heard that for the white labeling, and
Yes,
when I think about that, I then think too how government contracting could come to play because those sheets would be easier, I think, to transport than liquid.
yes,
Even though they're doing big jugs, but you can go in, when you're going on mission, you can put, well, I won't go there because if you're going on that type of mission, maybe you don't need, you're just gonna be stinky. But
thank you.
it's not gonna be in your MR, it's not gonna be in your MRE or any of that, depending on your mission. But this is a brand new idea. Can you share with the people who still are trying to get over, wait, laundry sheets? Because I know I have the laundry sheets that make my clothes smell good. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the one that washes your clothes.
Precisely.
How do you create that? Like, who taught you that, or how did you learn that I can do this too?
Right. I'm involved with a group that's named Global Empowerment. It's located here in the city of Detroit. Our mentor is Art Cartwright. He was born and raised here in the city of Detroit and has been blessed to become a millionaire. And he decided that he must come back and teach his community. So he's my pastor. He wasn't always, at first, he was my mentor. I've been with him for several years. And this is how this all came to fruition. I have to give Global Empowerment their kudos, give him the flowers while he's still alive to receive them. He has been awesome. On a regular basis, 6 days out of 7 days a week, he's in the church at this point, teaching people different elements and levels of how to get the government contracts, how to get into Target, Myers, Walmart, and all the other stores in that nature. He's really been outstanding. And then on top of that, I had one of the young members from the church. His name was Abraham Harris. Recently, he passed in October of this year. He and I had partnered together, and Abraham was a very big help with teaching me how to become a supplier for these companies. So I've been blessed. I've had some good teachers.
Awesome. And you guys, if you're in the Detroit area, I'm sure they'll have a website or something. Check out Global Empowerment because,
Yes.
When I first saw you come on, I said, oh, she must be part of the Truth of God with Pastor Gino Jennings with her hair is tied. But, if you guys don't like Pastor Gino for whatever reason, there's other churches who are doing the work and, you can get the word and some work because you mentioned the scriptures earlier. I was thinking, yeah, you're right on the scripture, but a lot of folks don't have the faith or they don't want to put in the work. And then a lot of people ask me when they come on, they say, why do I have to have a business plan if I have you? Because I say the scripture tell you, write the vision down and make it plain.
Precisely.
There's steps in all, and this is why every business person, even if they're from the pits of hell, they still write their successful business ideas down. And so, it's getting harder and harder because we're getting into a weird stage in the world where everybody wants to type. Kids don't understand cursive or how to read a clock now.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again. Repeat that.
I have to take the clock down off the wall. Nobody can read it but me.
Yeah. It's getting interesting. And then also, and this will tie into Tada, we're having people, and I've seen this on Shark Tank, Balbo clothing. I have one of their shirts, but other shirts are saying wash less. And I'm like, well, I get the theory, but some folks, when I'm going through the public, need to wash more. So talk about Is Tada at all looking at, well, if we partner with the clothing companies that want to wash less, no matter how much you sweat, is there anything where you can put Tada just on your clothes and it dissolves? I know I'm going into a weird Web3
Truly,
techno
I'm like
space.
different universe. I'm like, okay, Jetson style lifestyle. We're not there.
Yes,
We're not
Febreze.
there. Yeah,
Living a
not
Febreze
there yet.
lifestyle. They're
not
living a
yet.
Breathe.
Febreze lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right.
And
There you
calling
go.
it clean, calling it clean,
Yeah,
You
interesting.
say the Jetsons. I thought, George's hardest part of his day was waking up and having to push that button, and then he would stretch and kick back,
That's
and
right.
we never saw them clean Rosie the maid. She
That's
never got a bath, but that's
Exactly.
when you have the success that you want, whatever that may be, what is a community give back? And maybe you're doing it now, but what is
I
a
am.
community give back that you're doing or you'd like to do in the future?
Well, already I've started giving away some of the product to the different let me give you one, for example, Detroit Rescue Mission. They house individuals who have nowhere to live. They house women and children. So I was just there in December and I made a donation to them of the laundry sheet. So they'll be able to help with the mission that that they've been called to do. Then I've reached out to a women's group here in the city for whatever reasons. I don't know. I'll continue with them. I want to work with the WIC program. I want to work with mental health. I just have a passion for people. I am a giver, and I've always been one who's given. I believe in love. Love is the key and answer to it all. If we can love the next person that's to us, then when our love is projected, our world becomes a better place. Our brother does actually become our brother, and our sister becomes our sister. You treat them as you want to be treated.
Yes, amen. Amen to that. And with that, type of donation, and I know you didn't think like this because you were just giving, but I would love to see them use the sheets because being in mental health and different type of group home settings, working with the people, and being accessible to dirt and
Mhm.
lice when people like to see how the clothes get clean would be great social media. And if we're gonna flex, let's flex on helping people
Right,
and cleaning people up
right.
physically and otherwise. So I'd love to see that because this is when people are trying something new, and you always watch on Shark Tank, they always talk about how getting on the shelf space in grocery stores is so competitive and hard, and that it's sometimes just easier to sell from your website or Amazon, Etsy, etc. I would just love to see it because one, people they see homeless. Oh, let me check that out. They're doing worse than me, and it makes me feel good. This is when we study. This is what people are really thinking when they're watching social media. But we have to trick them into, oh, actually, you need this too. It's a crazy world, like I aforementioned. Let the people know anything I may not have tackled, any last words, where they can get. I want them to have a brief interview. So when we bring you back and you say, yeah, we made our first 10 million, they can say, wow, it can really happen. And I heard it on Diversified
Right.
Game. So let any, last words and where they can find you.
Well, I'm in against a few of the local grocery stores. There's my grocery store on 7 Mile in Livernois in the city of Detroit. Also in Raw Fresh Market, which is on Grand River. I'm not giving the addresses out, but it's right by Southfield Freeway. I'll go ahead and I'll say that just yesterday I met with them and they've asked me, am I ready to go into the additional 6 stores? And I told them, of course I am. And then also, I'm in Highland Park. There's a Heaven on Earth wellness spa. There's a young woman over there who opened up last year. She has a very beautiful facility. Um, what's the other ones? Oh, Raw Fresh Market. I was there yesterday. I have a tendency to go out and demonstrate the product because the people don't know how Tadad can actually work. And I use just some basic materials in order to demonstrate. I'll use a mason jar. because I know where I'm from and I know the community that I'm going into. And I always want to cater to those people to let them know, hey, you know what, you can do this. And it's just as simple. I'll have a spray bottle. I'll put a portion of Tada, just cut a piece out, put it into the water, shake it up. I have a mirror that I take with them. I spray the mirror, let them know how well that it actually cleans. That's another way of using it, along with upholstery and carpeting kind of stuff. So I did deviate a little bit off of what you were asking, but I'm in 5 locations as of right now. I'm in downtown Detroit in a Sondry store that's in the building that I work in full time also.
You can also purchase the website, of course.
Thank you, Matthew. Yes,
the website, and you didn't deviate because you gave us more of that story because great things have come out of Detroit. So when I think about in entertainment, especially rap, when I hear who's the best out of Detroit, well, Trick, if you're the best, blast this. Eminem, if you're the king, or Kid Rock, blast this. And all those other new businesses that have come to take over that once cheap Detroit area, and now a $500,000 home has turned into a $2 million home. We look at you, Detroit. I watch the colonizers everywhere and see how things just sprout up. Starbucks starts sprouting and everything else starts coming, and folks start leaving. By choice or by force. But besides Detroit being a cold city, and I didn't bring the cold. It was always like that before me. It was always, whether it was the Lions or Ford or whomever, it was always, something bustling. So I want the people to check the links in the description. The most of you are listeners, but you can go over to the YouTube, check that out, share that out as well. Help us out. You can like and subscribe, all of that. But more importantly, most importantly for the audience, I want you to share this game with somebody. It will change their life. Y'all be blessed.
Hello everyone, this is Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. And you're going to have the opportunity to travel with Phil Scott to
sunny South Africa. You guys are going to have the opportunity to come to Johannesburg, and you guys are going to be coming to Durban. And we're going to set it up perfectly. It's going to be like a luxury experience for you guys. At the same time, you're going to be getting some culture. And of course, you're going to get an opportunity to talk to Phil, hang out with Phil, and get his views on Africa and South Africa.
You're also going to get an opportunity to explore the lifestyles here that are available in South Africa. And we're going to do all that for you in an amazing 10 days. We do hope that you go to the website and book, because we do look forward to seeing you here. Absolutely.
Our website is therealsouthafrica.com. Go there, scroll down. You'll see a picture of Phil, and just go ahead and book there. So we'll see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa.
Are you tired of the violence, tired of the injustice, police brutality, rampant discrimination, lack of gun control in this failed biased socioeconomic experiment called America? Or maybe you need a break from the relentless grind and want to regain control of your destiny, your wealth, your health, and your purpose. DiversifiedGame.com has the right course for you. Prepare for my first trip to Africa. Looking to reconnect with your roots, start a new business, or just a fresh start. Africa, aka the motherland, is waiting. Don't let the Chinese and the Mzungus have the fun and also take over the motherland. From Cairo to Mombasa, from Dakar to Cape Town, Africa has something for everyone, from business opportunities to the most amazing people, safety, leisure, and landscapes. The opportunities abound. It is time for the diaspora to reconnect with their roots. Time to reconnect with the birthplace of humanity. Africa is the last frontier. Get your head in the game and reclaim your legacy. The writing is on the wall. Babylon is falling. Give up the stress, grind, and violence inflicted on our people on this continent, and prepare for a journey of restoration and joy by connecting with the land of your ancestors. Check out our new course and kick off your adventure at diversifiedgame.com.